Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome back here. July 3rd. Happy July 4th weekend almost. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know Friday is a great day for a lot of people. Back to our book review, Paleo Cardiologist. We're on chapter 7, Useless, Dangerous Procedures. So Dr. Wolfson, this book is by Dr. Jack Wolfson. He freely admits in here that there are some times when these procedures are necessary and they can have benefit. But he does say that's a very small amount of time. So some of the procedures we're talking about here, stress testing, CT scans, angiograms, stents, bypass surgery, ablations. So he's saying that some of these do have a use, but there a lot of times it's very negligible. He talks about the number needed to treat. We talked about, if you remember yesterday, we talked about that. And he gives an example. This is not heart related. This is mammograms. 2014 study in the Journal of American Medical Association said 1,000 women had to do a mammogram every single year for 10 years to save one life. So just know the number needed to treat. Again, different scenario, but that was his research out of the Journal of American Medical Association. That means 10,000 mammograms had to be performed to save one life. Now, how do we apply that to the heart procedures here? So when he talks about stress testing, the treadmill test is kind of like the gold standard. But he says, be careful of what you're doing. Is it just the treadmill test, or is it treadmill test with radiation being added in there? So where they inject dye, nuclear dye into your body. So typically that's not necessary. The treadmill stress test by itself will be just fine. But a lot of times other tests have better payments, better insurance coverage. So just know what you're getting into when you go into these situations, especially if you're somebody that has heart issues. If you pick up the book and read it, do your own research, make sure you're comfortable with these decisions. But he goes through all of this. One of the ones he talks about is angiograms, otherwise known as heart catheterization. Did a study in the Journal of Circulation, peer-reviewed Journal of Circulation. 65% of all heart catheterizations or angiograms were either inappropriate or the appropriateness was uncertain, meaning they weren't sure if they should do it or not. 65% of all of them done, at least uncertain of appropriateness or not. You've got to start to think on your own. You've got to start to come up with, why and what you're getting done here. What do we do? He's saying most people should be recommending an aggressive lifestyle change, like better nutrition, exercise, and relaxation. That's the answer for most people, aggressive lifestyle change. But if your doctor is not recommending that, get a second opinion. Try something else out. Be careful of the certain tests that we have available here. I thought this was really cool. So this is talking about stents, heart stents, and blockages in your heart. Listen to what this talks about with heart attacks. The fact is, again, Dr. Jack Wolfson, the fact is, the more the artery is blocked, the less likely it is to cause heart damage because the blockage is stable. It may cause symptoms, but not a heart attack. The heart attack comes when a mild blockage suddenly ruptures, leading to loss of blood flow to part of the heart. So the heart attack is not because of a blockage. You may have symptoms, shortness of breath, dizziness, things like that, but it's not causing a heart attack. The heart attack is when the actual blockage ruptures. The blockage is there, is stable, and that's actually a good thing to prevent heart issues. So just know what you're dealing with before you go in, especially if you're in a class that is more at risk or more susceptible here. Just one more part from this. Don't forget patients in these studies. So these are studies that are showing, the positive effects of a lot of these tests, how these things have helped them, where he's saying maybe they're not what you need to be doing. All the patients in these studies eat fast food, cupcakes, drink soda pop. If we did a study where one group eats paleo, takes care of themselves, takes supplements, exercises, reduces stress, and avoids chemicals, and the other group gets defibrillators, who would live longer? Right, so he's saying just because a test tells you, well, it did help, well, it may help somebody that's super unhealthy in the first place, where how about you just take care of yourself and see what happens here. So action plan, avoid unnecessary testing, skip radiation tests whenever possible, seek another opinion. If you are radiated, consume plenty of antioxidants before and after the procedure, and then take care of yourself Continue to watch your health. It's important. I care about you. We care about you. We can't wait to see you in the office. I hope this is helping, this book review here. Have a great weekend. Have a great 4th of July. Chapter 8, Our Toxic World. We'll get to that on Monday, talking about toxicity in our world. Clean up the body. God bless everybody. Have a great day. Happy 4th.